Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, gentlemen.
Hello,
What's
toys.
What's happening?
we got red, orange, blue, white. Today's Takeover Tuesdays.
That's right.
Over Tuesday. So my character, Takeover Tuesday, I got my Takeover Orange, Takeover Super Bowl, Takeover Sellers Orange shirt, and I got my hat already. So that's my costume, and then my black jeans. That's my costume for Tuesdays. You guys are the first to know this.
Oh, okay.
That's my character. Okay. So I was telling you, I think Andy the week 2 weeks ago, um, Tim Tuesdays, I'm gonna do those videos because the other week, the first one I did the first one I did a screen over. It was okay. So I'm starting to explore different things, seeing what works. And I explored some huge thing for Instagram on the professional dashboard. You guys know about that?
I don't know. I don't know about that, but I'm seeing you all over
Um,
Facebook.
oh my God. I went to down this rabbit hole. It's amazing. So I don't know if Instagram is going to be somewhat similar to YouTube, but it gives you really great analytics. It says when my people are on and who's on. So a lot of people who follow you are haters. They don't like you. They don't follow you. They don't listen to you. It's
Yeah.
non-followers. I have like 70, 80+% non-followers. My phone's charging, so I don't have my right numbers. But like I'll probably add it to the group. But like my numbers recently has just been astronomical. Like just the lines, the graphs is like because just me consistently just putting reels and stories out there. So just kind of sharpening the saw as I'm doing the YouTube.
Yeah.
So um
Well, I'm seeing you everywhere.
biggest, biggest, I couldn't believe it. Blew my mind. And you're doing this right now, Andy. So this is great. The baby podcast. I had over 1,600, 1,800 freaking views.
Yeah.
And all I had was some stupid blip. Oh, I'm gonna have a baby podcast. Are you gonna watch? Would you watch? That's it. And I had only two hashtags. It was AI certified real estate agent and hashtag baby podcast. And I think it's the baby podcast people are looking up. And obviously the analytics algorithm is showing your stuff to them, right?
Yeah.
I've never had that much freaking views. It's like single double digits, maybe triple if I'm lucky, right? So I don't know. I was contemplating last night. I might double down on that too, because I have a lot of things in my head. That's why I'm losing my hair. So I think doing a baby podcast, one is you're the realtor, and the other one, I was gonna have a female little girl lender or husband and wife baby husband and wife looking to buy or sell a house, like a seller or a buyer, and like you're going back and forth, like doing podcasts or just talking, just questioning. I think people can go nuts because that's huge. So that's some work. That's just Hedra. Hedra does the videos. So um, the image is easy. It's really good on ChatGPT. Um, what do you use the video for? Through is it Hedra or I think you said you use something else.
DID, I think so. I went through.
Oh, DID. How much was that for you?
It was like 120 bucks a year or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, whatever. I did it for 30 days because I knew this fad wasn't gonna stick around.
You don't think so?
No, no.
Well, at least if it doesn't stick around, the goal is not to do it forever. The goal is just to attract new viewers, and then they stick with you.
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, listen, and you got to ride the wave, whatever the wave is.
Yeah. I think, like you said, but I think the wave's almost near. But I'm not seeing it anymore because maybe I'm not watching anymore. It's not showing it to the people. I don't know. Have you seen it much?
I watch a lot of Joe Rogan and Theo Vaughn podcasts, and
Do
so
you watch their baby podcast?
yeah, all
That does
that, all
it
that
does
stuff.
still pop up?
It does. It still
Oh,
pops
okay.
up in my feed, but you know, um, I don't know. We just did it for. I'm not really doing it for actual videos. We just did it as you know, um, a an ad,
Funnel ad.
Facebook, but
Yeah.
it's still working. All right, it's still working. And the goal is to get your ad spend to below $10 a lead, and we're there on that. We're running three different ads right now, and two of them are performing at about $8.50 a lead, I think.
That's cheap. That's super cheap.
And then but I have another one that's running at $2.10 a lead.
Wow.
Yeah,
And that's to get clients, or is that to get new agents?
agents. I'm not running any production ads right now.
Only your partner is?
We're not running any ads. We're just doing everything organically through YouTube.
Oh, just
Uh,
YouTube. Okay.
Now we've gotten three new YouTube clients this week, and we put one under
Hmm.
contract, and they
Get out
closed
of here. You get out of here. Are you
on the
serious?
27th on a $690,000 house, and then we are
Nice.
closing one on Thursday. What's today? Today's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
We're
Today's Monday.
closing
Every
one
day's
on
Monday.
Thursday for a lower price point, but 275 grand.
Hey, that's still
Then
good.
we've got one we're fixed to put under contract for 2.3 million.
God bless you. Good.
So it,
Congratulations, Andy. That's awesome.
yeah, all from the
So
YouTube channel.
nice.
So
So,
why are we talking about Instagram when you can do that with YouTube?
oh yeah, that's all the above. Yeah. Because I already have a following for Facebook and Instagram. That's
Then
why.
send them to your channel.
Exactly. That's in the work. Exactly. 100%. So
I'm just messing with you.
I know you are. I love you too. So on the good news too, Andy, last week was also the best week of the year I've had. I put a buyer under contract, and they're going to be closing the 27th this month. I make sure it closed this month. And then I have a new seller coming soon. I already met with them. They already signed the ER, helping them fix up the house, do all the prepping and all that good stuff. And they're going to be listed hopefully within 3 to 4 weeks.
Cool.
And I'm gonna use the Nick Cram, all the AI stuff that we've been doing and learning to promote. And I've been doing that and been sharing and articulating with the seller about that and how we're doing that. So really excited about that. So that's good. And then, like I said, so the Takeover Tuesdays will be on YouTube. The AI stuff, that what we do and how we do things, that will be in the YouTube as well. So that's in the work as well.
You missed a good training today from Nick.
Yeah.
It was on Chat GPT tasks.
I'm glad I didn't show up because it's redundant. I already he already showed it to us.
Okay.
I'm glad.
Tasks.
Yeah.
Did you see it in his AI certified program or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I realized the past two times he was on there, it was the same thing. It wasn't much. It was just like tweaked, maybe a little different. But yeah.
Yeah.
Task changed. They don't have their task function anymore. You have to put it in 3.0, and he gave us a bunch of prompts for realtors what to do. Did he share you guys all the prompts too?
Yep.
You did?
Yep.
Freaking bastard. That's for paid people. So you try
Freedom
to
Team members have paid him lots of money.
Yeah, I should
oh heck
say
yeah.
paid people and Freedom Team members.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. I
Freedom Team
think
founders, especially.
yeah, I think in his group right now he has like, I want to say like 69 people, 65, 69, somewhere around there. That
Yeah.
shows up on Mondays and Wednesdays. Say Mondays, so like Mondays is like the next level, and two Wednesday is like the level above Monday. Like you do more on
Hmm.
workshop stuff on Wednesday. So, but yeah, how about you, Tim? How you doing, buddy?
I'm pretty good.
Are you doing production?
Yeah, a little bit.
Or are you focusing on more of the like Andy?
What am I focusing on from a production? Is that your question?
Or are you focusing on more recruiting than production?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You are.
Yeah, I'm
So
probably
so since
90/10.
90/10. So since you guys joined this micro Reese thing, how many have you guys signed up? And is it signed up individually or you signed up together and you guys split it? How are you guys doing that?
We kind of round robin it amongst us. Um, we've signed up two in about 8 weeks,
Okay.
about 10 webinars, and we've got about
10%.
20-ish that are in the hot category.
Okay.
And we've picked
10%.
up five co-sponsors along the way, just
Okay.
because that all wrote out May 1. Um, but
So
it's about to blow up.
m- I see it motivate me, change my mind. I have old mentality. I don't know why it is because it's we're human. I'm so stuck on production. Like I feel mentally, I feel everythingly that I need to produce at least something to make me feel like as a realtor, as a human being, as a man or something. On the production side, is it much better? Like should I focus now that you guys are obviously doing it? I should focus more on the production, less production, more on the recruiting. And
Well,
I just feel like recruiting, I don't know. I just have a bad taste about
that's up to
recruiting.
you. I'm gonna tell you probably only what is it, Tim? About 5% of the agents within the EXP actually
Oh, really?
No,
involved in recruiting.
no,
Just
it's
five?
12 to 15.
Yeah,
Oh,
I thought it'd
okay.
be higher than
It's a
that.
much
Yeah.
higher number than that.
Yeah.
It's still small in the grand scheme of things, but
Sure.
um, I don't get why everybody doesn't do it, honestly. I mean, it's the freedom it gives you to not have to chase prospects to find that commission dollar every single month. Every time you have a closing, you're unemployed again. You got to go find another job.
No, I understand that part. I understand passive residual
Yeah.
income for sure. I'm working on something outside of real being a realtor too, of course.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's passive income and it sets you set yourself up for retirement basically, so
Can I ask you guys on screen your passive residuals you get with EXP, or is that allowed? Did you guys share?
Yeah,
mine's pretty null and void right now because I just got started in it. So I've only got two agents in my downline and four co-sponsorships. So mine's
Okay, so
pretty
you kind of just
non-existent.
started. Okay,
Yeah.
Tim.
I averaged $13,500 a month last year.
Yeah, bless you. Awesome. That's nice, nice free money. And
Yeah.
so how
And
many agent is that you recruited or and then you have total as a whole downline?
I've got 24 people on my level one and 229 in my organization. So it's more than, or it's almost 10x.
Yes. So recruiting 24 wasn't how long did you take to do that?
I don't know. I've had as many as 40.
Oh, so it's always fluctuate up and down.
Well, it fluctuated when the market got soft 2.5 years ago when everybody that shouldn't even be in the real estate business left. And I used to recruit anybody that could fog a mirror, and
Yeah,
now I only
true.
recruit people that are cappers.
Just top people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so
and I took the last about that same time, about the last 3 years off from proactively recruiting my own agents. Uh,
yeah,
Andy and Aileen and I have been working on some things that we wanted to put together to do that at scale. And so we really kind of stopped any recruiting efforts proactively. I've spent the last 3 years just kind of partnering with some of my people in my organization, like Andy, like Aileen, like Elizabeth Monarch, um, people that my daughter, I mean, my builders all have 30 to 50 agents in their organizations. So I'm just trying to find more builders and enhance what my builders are already doing because that's how this thing really explodes. I mean, you can go to 250 to 1,000 with very little effort of your own other than helping your other people grow.
What we're looking to do is try to find the next Michael Reese, Jay Kinder, Jay Nelson, Brent Gove. We're trying to put them under us and then watch them explode. I mean, because what
And
Tim?
they just get the free money coming in.
Yeah, Tim. What did Michael Reese tell us he made last year? $18 million in revenue.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yep, he showed it to us.
Remember.
18.
That's from EXP
That's from revenue share. Period.
of
Yeah,
EXP.
yeah,
Yeah.
revenue share.
He's
Yeah.
XP. Yeah. Per year,
18 million last year. And
how
then
many
that's not
total
including
agents?
all of his other stuff. He
How
sells
many
products
agents
and
did he share? How many agents he recruited? How many total agents he
what's he
has
got? 19? No,
About 9,000.
9,000. Yeah.
total?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know how many he's on his first line. I mean, I can look it up if you want me to.
Yeah, I'd love to know. Like, what did he actually did compared to like what like was it because he recruited a rock star, like you said, or something, you know?
But that's what all of them have done. I mean, they're all sitting in the 40 to 60 range but
Oh,
they
that person recruited. So
yeah.
that's your 50 number. I gotcha. See, I'm a numbers
Yeah.
guy too. Like I need to have a number to focus on. Um,
Michael Reese, 57 level ones, 30 of them are FLQAs. He's got 8,097 in his organization.
what was the total amount again?
8,097.
8,097.
He's
Wow.
number nine in the company.
Well, what's Brent Gove sitting at?
Brent Gove he's got 80 on his level one, 35 FLQAs, 17,510 in his organization.
Yeah.
Um,
So he made about $40 million last year.
wow. Just 80 person recruits and 57 person recruits. Golly. Okay, so guys, that's the thing I've been fighting with myself because I have Facebook friends and I have my Vietnamese group and this and that, and I'm starting to
And you
pinpoint
can
like,
recruit all over the world. They don't have to
yeah,
live.
I know.
Yeah.
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 But they always say focus locally before you focus, globally. But yeah, I have visions of later on when I start getting little passive income this and my other business. I'm traveling the world. I'm promoting EXP and my other business. So I'm not gonna be at one place. I'm not gonna be just living in Phoenix, Arizona. I want to be all over.
Yeah.
You'll watch my other YouTube. So, but yeah, there's a couple of these Vietnamese people that I know. They're in this group of ours and also on their personal stuff. And I also have been seeing their ads. I'm like, I would love to have these people on my team. I see a vision.
Yeah.
Like Eric Golden taught me and us in his recruiting. And that's one thing he told me that I should do. And that's been bugging me in my mind. So it's like I have too many things on my plate. I'm just overwhelmed with that and life and everything. I just,
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's why I stopped watching Freedom and stopped watching Grow Global because I don't need more information. I just need to fucking work, you know?
Yeah.
So bottom line. So, but okay. I want to recruit. I just have this other thing, in my head. So, but yeah, 18 million and 40 million. I could live with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too.
If I were
Cool.
you, I would focus on all your Vietnamese friends
Yeah.
and particularly Vietnamese real estate agents.
Yep.
They don't have to be in another country. They just need to be your people in the US.
Yep.
Um, the ones in the other country obviously would help as well, but it's
Oh
a
yeah.
niche
We're
not many
wait
people can serve.
we're waiting for it to hit Vietnam. We're waiting for XP to go to Vietnam. So, um, yeah, since
I,
we're talking about the recruiting side and all that stuff, and we're all in EXP, obviously there's the others, there's LPT, whatever, and the whatever. Like, have you guys really truly analyzed because I know some big shots, like even other agents and brokers I know, they've had a chance to join EXP. They're not stupid people, but they join Real or they join LPT. So, you know my question?
yeah, I've studied them all. I know all the models. There isn't a better one than what we have. The people that are going to the other ones are being promised, oh, we're going to go public. You can get in early. Um, oh, well, we're not. saturated yet. We're just starting. You can get in early and ride the wave, most of which isn't true because what they don't talk about is these people haven't even figured out how to really grow and scale yet. They haven't experienced what it's like to go from 6,800 agents when I joined to 87,000. Our biggest competitor is like maybe 20,000, one fourth of our size, one fifth. And, and if you get down to the models, there's not an overall compensation plan like ours either.
And I will tell you, I talked to a guy the other day, well, excuse me, a lady that was with LPT. And one of her biggest complaints, because basically I just asked her, I don't know if she's thinking about coming over or not, but I just asked her, I said, if you could change one thing about LPT, what would it be? What would be the one thing you would change? And she said the ability for us to get paid faster. And I said, what do you mean by that? And she said, well, I sold a house and it usually takes them about a week after.
What the hell?
Yeah. Well, because they're not solvent like EXP is. And, EXP keeps a bank load of money
We're
that
not in
is,
debt.
no, and it's
That's one thing I
available to
remember.
where I have literally been paid before EXP got paid.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
every
There's a
time.
pre yeah, there's a pre thing, but it's like 10% though. They take 10% of your money.
no, no,
No, no,
no.
no, 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 not
I'm
true.
No?
not talking about
What
that.
he's saying is when we walk away from the closing table, the title company's mailing the check to
Yeah,
EXP.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
paid that night
Right.
or the
Exactly.
next day,
Yeah,
long before EXP ever receives the money.
I have
True.
sat at the closing table and and I have a scanner on my phone, and I have scanned in the copies of the closing documents and put them into SkySlope, and I got paid that afternoon, and EXP hadn't even been paid yet. That's
Yeah,
what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
yeah.
Happens all the time. And that's what I mean when I talk about
I,
they
I,
haven't even experienced growth. They
I
don't
thought
know
that's a
how to
title
pay.
thing. I thought that's a title thing, not a broker thing.
No.
No,
No? Oh, okay. Because whenever title contacts me, "Hey, we're closed," I'm like, oh, cool. Can I drive by, come pick it up, or right down the street? Like, oh yeah, come pick it up.
no.
No.
No?
EXP sends a commission disbursement
Oh,
authorization to the title
yeah. You're
company
right. You're right.
telling
They
them
give
to
them
mail the check, mail copies of
true.
the signed closing statements to EXP,
Yeah,
and email the agent those same documents. So if you
yeah,
don't go to your closing, you should have those in your email, an hour after the closing, and then you upload to SkySlope.
yeah.
But no, it's got nothing to do with the title company. And when
True.
I go to all my closings, because I want copies of what they're supposedly going to email me, because what if they don't get to it till late that night? Last thing before they leave. So my sky slope is updated when I get back to my home office.
Yeah. Get
And
all
I
your
usually,
paperwork, everything done before that, because
oh
yeah,
yeah,
I usually get my check the same day too. So I love that. That was like, yay, let's go play.
But yeah, the LPT lady told me, she said, I've gone to a closing. They've sent overnighted the paperwork back. I've
Oh,
scanned in the
okay.
paperwork. They do kind of the same process we do, with their
Okay.
system. But she said then it just didn't get paid for like 4 days, 5 days, 6 days,
That's
dragging on.
that's nuts. That's my big thing is lately is like don't mess with somebody's money, you
Yeah,
know.
no.
Don't
no
mess with
doubt.
people's money. So what about Real? Because I don't know if you know about Steve Trang. Steve Trang is a big old realtor broker here out here in Arizona, and I was with him before, and they all joined Real.
You ought to go after him.
Yeah.
They're all looking to
Why do
jump.
people join Real? 'Cause I haven't dived into. I don't care. I don't want to. It's too much information.
They're the ones saying, "Oh, we're going to be the next big EXP," and
Right.
you
I
can
know
get
that part.
in at the ground floor. I mean,
Oh,
that's
that's
about
them.
it. They only
Well,
pay
what
5 levels of rev share.
we go to 7.
You know,
Yeah. So what I do learn, what I did like, because this guy in this other business trying to get me to go to LPT, I'm like, I don't want to hear it. He says that we get paid with being a lender too, not just on the real estate side. So, and then because I'm in Arizona, I'm not only a realtor or can sell in Arizona, I can sell in all the states. That's what they're selling me. That's the pitch that I heard so far. I kind of like that part, but not the you taking my money part.
they can't do that as a residential agent. They have to co-broker with another agent in another
Something.
state.
Yeah,
We
I
can
think they
do
do.
that in every state in a commercial. And
Yeah.
there's 17 states that have reciprocity that I don't need a real estate license. I can sell if I'm selling commercial. But and what he told you about a lender is also not true because we have our own mortgage company. We can get a commission on mortgages. So it's all bullshit. They're saying things
What's
that
our mortgage company, Tim?
success lending.
Yeah, okay, I've heard of that, but I've never used them. So we get a commission off of that?
Yep.
Yep.
What's the percentage in that?
I don't know. I don't care. I'm not
Yeah.
focused on
Something.
That's
selling
right.
mortgages. I'm focused on attracting agents.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you have a buyer, that's where you're sending it then. Success
No, I
lending.
sent it to my favorite local lender.
Oh, okay. So you don't use that then. You don't use the.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
No, but
okay.
I
That's what I
could.
thought. Okay.
And
Because
and
I don't use.
as EXP agents, they add to our revenue share half of the net profit off of all those companies that EXP owns too. So when
Gotcha.
mortgage makes money, we get half of that added as a bonus to our rev share.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Or
Okay.
when coaching, success lending.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what all it is.
Because I was all in with the XP. Like I'm not jumping ship no more because I was with Keller Williams. I was with HomeSmart. Like those are big dogs. They're not like little companies, you know? So I'm like, and all my stuff, I'm like, no, I'm not meeting new people. I'm not getting rid of Andy T. I'm not gonna meet somebody else. I'm not gonna create a new Freedom team or grow global team. So I'm just, yeah, I'm just asking to ask you guys. So that's good to know.
I
That's
tell you
good
what
to
I did notice the other day because I pretty much live on YouTube almost
Me
always.
too. Me too.
And so I did notice, because I was looking up some of the I was looking for ideas for thumbnails, to be honest with you. And so I was looking through some of the big creators online with YouTube. And I ran across one video. I didn't even realize the guy was with EXP. But that Jackson Wilkie out of Houston,
Yeah.
he's with EXP and I mean all the big huge creators that are on YouTube. You've got you've got Levi Lassick, you've
Yep.
got Jackson Wilkie, you've got
Yep.
Mike Sherrard, you've got Gogo, you've got
Yep.
I mean all these big names, and every single one of them are with
Tina Call.
EXP. Tina
Yeah.
Call,
They all. Yep.
yeah,
Tina Call too. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm
They
sitting there
all
going,
join.
"Holy cow!" All of the big, huge creators on YouTube
Oh,
are
you know who
all
the
with
other one is?
EXP.
Uh, it's top of my tongue. Ricky Caruth.
Yeah,
Yep.
He was
Ricky's
huge
in
at Fox.
Andy's market.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ricky's in my backyard. Yeah.
Oh, really? You better kick his ass, man. Because I was watching him way back when. He's like, I never joined EXP, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you
Yeah.
know, he freaking joined. I don't know who he joined under, but that lucky motherfucker, he's got him on his back. Oh my God. He's
Yeah,
going to the
Ricky
moon.
was with Remax of Orange Beach forever and a day. He was
Uh-huh.
Remax Orange Beach. And when
Yeah,
he left, it
true.
almost crippled that Remax
But
business
just
over
just
there.
just being in with the XP, we're riding the way with them, all their production, right? With all our stock.
But
So
when I first got involved in real estate, that was the thing was, I was looking for a path to, like everybody else, I was just looking for
freedom.
something to make my production triple or quadruple, whatever. But
Yeah,
anyway, so I went down the Ricky Carruth rabbit hole and,
yeah,
I took his training, that zero to diamond, did all that and paid the
yeah,
whole thing. Now he gives it away for free, and I
yeah.
was paying for the whole thing. And his whole deal is picking up, you pick up the phone, you make 100 phone calls a day. And I was like, and after the first few, I was like, No, this is bullshit. I'm not doing this.
You know, like get yelled at and get hung up
No,
on.
no, hell
Come
no.
on, it's fun.
No, it ain't. I can't stand it.
I
I can't
know.
stand to talk. Listen, I can't stand to talk on the phone to people that I like, much less people I don't know.
That's funny. You know, I went through that rabbit hole too, Andy. I went through his training and I did the whole thing. I got Red X. I called, had speed dialer too. And I called, and yeah, it's people are mean. People are assholes.
Yeah.
Either just hang up or just be nice. No, not interested. It's not the right now. People are just mean. So, but I did get one listing from it, but she was so mean. It was just a horrible listing. I yeah, I got out of that. Like she was just a mean lady.
So
So, but I
now, so now when I have these phone calls with these clients,
It's better.
It's well, the phone rings and I look down, I pick up the phone, I say, "Hey, hello, this is Andy," and then they say, "Is this the YouTube guy?" And I'm like, "Yeah,
It's the
it's a
YouTube
YouTube
guy.
guy." And they go, "Man, we've been watching your videos for a year and a half. We feel like we know you. Feel like we could go drink a beer together and all this and
Let's
da da
go. You
da."
buy.
And then next thing you know, they're like, "Well, we've got our eye on this $1 million property and we got cash. We're ready to roll." I'm like, "Okay, we'll be in town
Um,
next weekend." Done.
I'm waiting for those calls, Andy. I know they're coming. It's just me having all that stuff together. And like
Yeah.
Tim said, this has to be perfect. And this has to be a huge production. But I know if I'm called the best, it has to be something. Yeah, I can't be like just some stupid ass. You should see my first channel. You should see my first video. Oh my God. It was at home sweat. It was horrible.
Yeah.
But I did it,
Well,
so it's
listen,
getting
it's
better.
it's consistency is king,
Right.
and I'm telling we're fixing to hit a big milestone.
Yeah.
We're fixing to roll over 3,000 subscribers, which less
Nice.
than less than 3% of all creators on Facebook have over 3,000 subscribers.
3,000.
Yeah,
Less than 1%?
less than 3% of
Less than
all creators
3%.
on YouTube have 3,000 or more.
Just all creators, not just realtors.
All creators, yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's a
Yeah, I would think realtors would be higher than that. Well, most realtors
less than
not
that.
they're number
Less
one,
than
they're
that.
not going to do it right. And
Right.
and and then they're not going to stay consistent with it. So we've been that's what I told Tim asked me when we first got on the call before you got on there. He said, what have you been up to today?" And I said, "Oh, nothing. I've only cut up and put 4 new videos on the YouTube channel. I got them I have them I think scheduled out till January the 6th. I mean, July the 6th, July 6th. So, and we're planning on doing, Aileen and I are meeting up and we're doing one, two, three, we're doing 4 more videos Friday. So,
So you're saying you already wrote the script, you already recorded, you already edited, and it's already in the library set to post date at that time. Like that's
yep.
all set till,
Hmm.
man, you got to why can't I go that fast? That's a
Yeah,
lot.
they're done.
And then you got all that and you would work too. Man,
You
that's
answered your own question 15 minutes ago. You said, I'm
what
trying
I
to do too many things.
yeah.
That's
But
right.
even then, like seriously, like just for me to edit that one video, it takes me forever to edit that one video. It takes up all my days. It's just like, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it took a while for me to get the editing part down now, but now I've gotten to where I just use AI so much for everything. It just.
What are you using AI to edit?
Well, I'm all kinds of stuff. I'm using Descript. I can take out all the pauses and the ands and the ums before so I put it in Descript, take all that crap out. Then I put them into my editor. Usually I'll throw them in iMovie first and splice them up, put them together because iMovie's easier than any other platform. Then I export it from iMovie, put it into CapCut, take all my stuff in CapCut and put all the flashy stuff with it, all the transitions
Effects.
and everything else. And then I take a description of the video itself and or the description of whatever house we're showcasing. I put that into ChatGPT, tell it to write me a song. I take that, put it into Suno, then take that, put it with the video. But I have the whole process down to where now, once I get a video, depends on how it's filmed because it's so important. And Aileen and I have learned, she's kind of learned my method of editing, and I know my method of editing. So I know exactly what to say, when to say it, where to put it, so that it's one long video and then I can get it in here and splice it up really easy instead of having 40 different videos and then I got to figure out, well, what is this video? Where does this go? So that's the hardest part. But
Yeah.
once you get somebody who's on the same page with you, I think I've told the story to Tim before and the Freedom Team. But when I first started editing and we first started doing this, it took me like 17 hours to edit one video. So it was just
Yeah. That's where
forever.
I'm at.
Now I
Yeah.
can do it in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
That's where I'm at. So to answer Tim's question earlier, like why am I focusing on IG and this? Because The editing's easier and it's faster, and it's only a 1 minute 30 second max. It's not a huge production like 8 10 minutes, and a lot of editing, a lot of B rolls, and so it's easier. And I paid a bunch of coaches for training on how to do that, and they taught how to do that part of social media. So I feel that if I had invested that time in things and know how to do it, I need to do it because very few agents do it and very few agents do it right. So I've been testing different things. So, and it's a quickest route for the people that do know me, see me, to see something of me that I'm doing something. So
Well, I think Facebook and Instagram has a place, and I
yeah,
think the biggest place that it has is for now. Obviously, we're using Facebook and Instagram for advertising right now.
yeah, yep,
We're doing it for agent attraction,
yeah,
and it's good to run a 30-second or to a minute and a half ad.
yeah,
Letting people know whatever, yada yada. Also to for exposure to get yourself out there. But the
branding,
biggest
yep,
thing we use that I do for the channel, for the production channel, is I use Instagram and Facebook as a avenue to point people back to the YouTube channel.
yep, yeah,
So
you said that,
everything goes back to the YouTube channel, even my Google page, my business page.
yeah.
So everything I post on there says check us out on our YouTube channel. When I go to a restaurant and I'll leave a review in Google Maps, then everything points back to the YouTube channel. All back to the YouTube channel.
Do you put your name and your information in the description?
So what I usually do is, it'll post from your business page is the way I've
Yeah,
got it set up.
yeah.
So it posts from Thomas Hollis at eXp Realty, whatever.
Hmm.
So then I go in and I'll leave a 5-star review. I'll take a couple of pictures wherever I'm at, maybe the food, maybe the atmosphere, whatever. Then I'll leave a little, I'll say if I've done a video of that place. So let's take the Floribama Yacht Club, for instance. I've done a video for the yacht club. So what I'll do is beforehand, I'll pull up my YouTube channel and I'll pull up that video about the yacht club and I'll copy that link. So then I go into the description whenever I'm leaving a review for the restaurant. I'll say this place is fantastic. You need to check out the hash puppies, whatever, because that's something good at the yacht club. And then I'll say we have a full video tour on my YouTube channel. Check it out here, and I'll post that link. And then that's it. Now that link to my YouTube channel is tied with the pictures that I posted. And I got a report from Google the other day that one of my pictures for Coastal, Tim, Coastal Restaurant, one of my pictures for Coastal had 530,000 views. One of
Yeah.
those pictures. And I have a link in
Yeah.
there pointing people back to the video for the restaurant. You
So
know,
yeah, that's what I'm asking. So to be clear, you're not in the video saying you, it's in the description when you're giving them the review, you're saying, hey, go to my YouTube. They allow
correct.
that? They allow
Yeah.
that?
Hmm.
Okay, so one thing I found out what they don't allow. I reviewed my Google profile. In my pictures, I started putting my signatures, Toy Trong EXP Realty. And one of the restaurant reviews I had, we go all the time. It had tons of views, and it even notified me like how many people, blah blah blah. Next thing I know, it's gone. Like it's not there anymore. So I don't think they want your name on the picture, but I wasn't sure if they allow you to put it on the description. But I know somebody before they put a QR code in their picture. But now if they don't allow your name, I don't think they would allow the QR code. So they allow the description.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, and I do it on Google Maps. So like, I'll show you. So like on your phone, when I pull up Google Maps and it says there's a button right down here at the bottom that says contribute.
Yep, yep,
All right. So I hit contribute and then I'll leave a 5-star review for wherever I'm at. And then I will say what I did. What if I had lunch and I spent
yeah.
$12, then that's what I'm gonna put in there. But then I will put in the description, like in the review, I'll write this place is fantastic. Need to ask for whoever when you come in here. And oh, by the way, check out my video, the full video tour of this restaurant on my YouTube channel and then put the link into the YouTube channel.
Full
The
video
Google
tour.
doesn't care about that because
It's
Google
part of
owns
they owned it.
Google owns YouTube.
So you okay? So you do give a blip about it. So you do a video tour about it. You don't just
Yeah.
say it.
No,
You
yeah.
you 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 wouldn't say check out my YouTube channel for more like
If I've
value.
never done a review there, yeah. But
But
if we have
but
a
you'll still
video
say
on that,
something about it.
yeah, if
Okay.
we have a video on that particular place that I'm at, yes. Like if I
Okay.
went to the zoo right now, we did in Gulf
Yeah.
Shores. We did a video on the Gulf Shore Zoo. So I would say, check this place out, blah 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 blah, whatever you say about it, and then say be sure and check out the video, a
Yeah.
full video tour, and then put it here.
Right. No, I think with that it's gonna be great. I think it'd be good.
But you got to think that picture at Coastal got 530,000 views. That's 530,000 eyes that are on that, not only the picture, but have seen the link. Now, whether they click on it or not,
Yeah.
I haven't had 530,000 views on that video, but, I would imagine it probably got me, I think on that there may be th 3,000 views on that video. So, I mean, it may have gotten me
Have you
probably.
tested the difference between videos and picture?
When I don't understand what you mean.
In the review, you can actually put a video, but one thing I don't like is you
Yeah,
can't put a
I don't
video
want
on
to
your
do
phone.
that.
You don't
I'm
want to do
not.
video?
I don't want to do that. I'm not doing that. I want every single thing I do,
To
every
read.
action I take, every single thing. When I breathe, I want YouTube to come out. YouTube.
Yeah,
I'm
buddy.
telling you, every single solitary thing.
Leave
When
them
I go
there.
take a poop and I wipe, I want it to spell YouTube. I
That's why
want
you're always on YouTube.
YouTube. I want every single thing. It's got to
I
be
got another
YouTube.
thing. Yeah, I got another thing working on that too. Yeah, cool, cool, cool. Awesome. That's
Yes, sir.
keep ingraining that in my head and it's gonna get there. But
Yeah.
yeah, I understand for sure. Um, nice. Okay. So I got some work to do.
Yeah. Just, get the when do you plan on posting your first video?
So that's where initially when we started, when I was learning my analytics, I don't know my YouTube, Facebook audience is going to be the same thing as my Facebook, IG, and all that stuff. But they told me today, Tuesday, between 12 and 3 and 3 and 6 is where most of my clients, my people are viewing, and Wednesday from 3 to 6. So I said Friday 1 p.m. because it's Friday right before the weekend. It's a good time, it's lunchtime, whatever, after lunch people can watch it. So that's what I figured I put that time. But should I change it to Tuesday at noon?
You're going to attract a whole different crowd on YouTube than you are on Facebook and Instagram. A whole
Right.
different crowd.
Okay.
Let me tell you what your target is. Let me tell you who you're going to be going after. You're going to be going after the 30-year-old to 75-year-old, about 65% male and 35% female. These are your viewers that are going to come to your channel. As long as you stay with long form content, and your prime time to post it is going to probably work out to be Sunday afternoons at 3 o'clock. That's usually about the best time to post it, because and guess where they're going to watch it from? They ain't watching your videos from their phone. They ain't watching your videos from their computer. They're watching your videos from their TV. That's where most of your viewers are going to come from on your long form videos.
Are you saying that's because that's what you have experienced?
That's the majority of it. Ask ChatGPT.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it'll tell
Okay.
you. But I mean, that's just the way YouTube is gone. The younger generation want they're the swipers. They want the short form video. They want instant gratification. The whole eye-catching thing, and they're going to swipe, 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 swipe until they see something that they're interested in. And most of the time, it's a bunch of trashy crap. But that ain't the viewer you want, because you don't want the 18-year-old who just got out of high school who can't buy
No,
crap. You
I
want
don't get those. I get more like 20 somethings. And
yeah.
my clients is actually the opposite. It's 65% female and 35% male.
Well,
And
it
it's
is
30.
now. And that's what I'm telling you. So
Yeah,
ours was the same way when I had shorts on the channel.
I
And
see.
and I told I had a coaching call with somebody the other day and was telling them the same thing. When we had our shorts on the channel, we were 92% male and only 8% female, which is crazy. And the viewers were from, I had nobody like the 65 and up were not there. They were not watching the channel at all. So the viewership was 18, it was about 18 years old till 34, I think is where my
Yeah.
viewership was.
Uh,
So 92% male, 18 to 34 is what I was getting. I don't want those people.
Yeah.
I don't want them watching the channel because they can't buy nothing.
Right.
So I don't want them. So now that when I deleted, and it was a really hard decision. I mean, you can ask Tim. I sat here, I mean, I was sweating bullets. I had 240 something shorts that I was fixing to delete in one fell swoop. And I called him and I said, I'm fixing to hit the button. I'm fixing to delete 240 videos. This is driving me insane. I don't know what's going to happen. So when I hit the button and they're all gone, it took about 3 months for it to turn around. My channel went from getting 20,000 views a month to getting 2,000 views a month. I mean, we were
Wow.
getting nothing. So I'm
Yeah.
sitting there going, all my viewership went down, all my membership went down. I'm like, oh my God, I've killed the channel.
Yep.
But everybody kept telling me just hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. It'll come back. Well, then now we're back up to about 15,000 views a month. We get on average 5 to 6 new subscribers a day.
Nice.
So and I mean, and here's the most important part is this sucker right here is ringing again. It's so we're getting generally
Yeah.
between 2 and 4 new clients a week is what we're getting, and that
Nice.
phone's ringing and they're ready to buy.
Let's go. See, Tim,
So.
let's get your YouTube too. Let's get that construction thing back on.
And
So,
when we turn the new construction funnels on, which I'm about to, so
yeah.
I'm getting all that, the automations and all that stuff done up in Go High Level. But once I get that ready and turn those on, and I'm only
Nice.
going to turn it on at $10 a day, but the new construction and waterfront funnels, I'm going to run both of those, and I
Yeah.
think it's going to be Katie bar the door. I mean, it's going to be like
We'll
the
make
phone's going to be
make
ringing off the hook.
we'll make sure you share
Yeah. Oh
this
yeah.
because after June 27, I can start doing some a little bit more investing.
But I will
So,
tell you that the biggest thing that I think that we can contribute to the YouTube channel is not just the organic clients that you get and the good quality of client that we get, but
right.
also, in 2024 when everybody in the world was struggling, and what was this statistic, Tim, that 72% of all realtors didn't sell a house?
Yep,
They sold one
74.
house.
Yeah. So, well, there was 72% didn't sell a house at all. So, and so even in that down market,
I made
we still
it.
rocked. I mean, it never slowed down for us,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, 2020 and 21 was my best years. That was great.
yeah. Well,
Before it was bad, just like a
listen,
lot of people.
in 2020 or 2021, Aileen was telling me the other day, she, her calendar year resets in July. So day one for
Yeah.
her is August 1st.
Yeah. Nice.
So, but and she capped by August
Nice.
18th.
Yeah, it's nice.
She was
See?
capped by August 18th, um, and she was iconed by October 15th
Nice.
in 2021. So I'm like, holy cow, that's
So
crazy.
I'm still looking to do that. That was my aspiration for 2025, and then my Airbnb failure with this business partner kind of threw a wrench in things. So kind of ruined a lot of things where I was going. So that's that's something I want to be able to be called an icon agent. I want to be an icon AI agent and be on
Well, I
stage.
will
That's
tell
my
you,
vision.
EXP just made some changes that I heard about the other day. And Tim, you can tell me if I'm telling this right. But so, because this is going to start happening to you when that phone starts ringing for you, you're going to find people who are relocating to Arizona. And what you're going to do is you in your interview with them, they're going to say, "Well, we live in Montana, but we got to sell our house first." And you're going to say, "Oh,
I
well, do
know
you
some
have an
people.
agent?" And
Mm.
they'll say, no, we don't have an agent. Great. Let me hook you up with a buddy of mine out there. Now, you ain't got no buddy out there, but you do have an EXP partner out there. So you find one, you get a referral, you hook them up. Well, now EXP used to didn't charge you the full transaction fee on a referral. So you had to, if you were just a referral agent and after you capped, it would take you forever to icon because you weren't paying the full transaction fees. Now you pay the full transaction fees and you can icon on 20 referrals.
So you pay the transaction fee through your referral,
Correct.
and then it counts
Yeah. So it counts towards your icon status.
instead of at the backside. That's smarter. Yeah, I'm glad somebody said something about that. That's cool. I want to have that problem soon. I'm working towards
It's
having that
coming.
problem.
You
Yes,
you
sir.
just keep
Amen.
at it. It's
Hallelujah.
coming.
Oh yeah. I've been doing a lot of things consistently, this and that. So that's one of the things. So cool. Let me go do my thing. I almost didn't show up, just so you know. And I remember telling you last week, I'm gonna show up no matter what, even if it's 10,
You
15, 30 minutes, like at
you did
least,
say that. Yeah.
I'm like, I need to get on and I gotta get my orange and I gotta get my Tuesday takeover. If I don't do it, then I'm not winning. I'm not taking over. So cool. I love you guys. I don't think, oh yeah, we are recording. I thought we weren't recording.
Yeah.
But thank you. I appreciate you guys and I'm gonna get to work. Do you want me to change my time? Do you want me to change my video and where I say Sunday at 12 instead of Friday at 1?
I would just from if it were me, how many videos are you going to do a week? One or two?
Take over Tuesday. It's easy, unedit, record, boom, caption, no B-rolls, nothing. Easy. That's like property of the week. Easy. Tuesday. This one, like community real estate, the big
Yeah.
YouTube one. That's one. And then I want to do a Saturday easy, no editing, live, new construction, home of the week. Deal new construction on the week. That's three. I think I can do three. But that one, that the big one, that's the one that's freaking taking up my time. That's one stalling me right now.
I would say before you get an audience, just run a test and start. I would upload on Tuesday at say 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Now I'm talking Central Time now, so just whatever. I mean, I guess whatever. But yeah, probably 4 o'clock
Mountain.
your time would be fine because that's when people are. It's right about the time when people are getting off work and getting home, and so that's what you're wanting is for because they'll come in, sit down, cut on the TV, and cut on YouTube, and that's what you want to get.
Hmm.
So I would try Tuesday at 4, Thursday at 4, and then maybe Saturday, say at 2 o'clock, sometime around then, if you're going to do a Saturday one. But that's what I would try to start with until you build an audience. But see, the reason I do mine at Sunday at 3 o'clock is because it's proven. I
Yeah.
mean, YouTube tells me this is when all your customers log in is Sunday at 3 o'clock.
Okay, then I want to do Tuesday at I want to test it because if it's four, I'm okay with four because they told me Tuesday between 12 and 6, so four is perfect.
Yep.
And then I want to do the Saturday new construction, and then if you say Sunday, I want to do Sunday 12 to 3. That'll be my time. Sunday is the big one, 12 to 3. Okay. And I can do Sunday. Yeah. I think 12 to 3 is good. That's when people get off of church, you know. I think somewhere between 12 and 3, maybe do 1, 1 p.m. Yeah,
Yep.
1 p.m. is good. I like 1. Okay, Sunday 1 p.m., Tuesday 4, and Saturday at noon, right? High noon, 12 p.m.
There you
Okay, that's
go.
my time. Done. Cool. Next level. Level up.
There you go.
Thanks, guys. Go get some money. I gotta get paid.
All right, buddy. See ya.
Love you guys. Take care. Thank you.
Tim, hang around for a second. I got to ask you
Okay.
something.